Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, cool. I'm ready. Let's go.
We're looking for the UAs.
Easy.
Oh, you guys are in cheer
Get
parts?
started.
And
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're looking for the
Oh, you
UAs.
don't need to start it. It's cool.
I'm gonna look for the UAZ.
What an asshole. Shooting my buggy.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, do you know where the UAs is? No, okay.
I said I would have known I would say yes, but no.
Here's the Murado.
It's on
I hear
me.
the Dacia.
Who's leader?
Kush. Oh, I guess. Hey, do you know where the UAs is?
Nah, I'm gonna look for it.
Oh, Jen left.
Jen, you walked
Yeah.
out? You're out?
I mean, I'm down to play one game.
There she is.
Haile Male. Haile Male.
I don't know what the hell they did with the UAs.
God, they're crazy son of a bitches. They crazy son of a bitches.
Hey, do you know where they did with the UAs?
No.
Hey. Hey, do you know what they did with the UAs?
No.
I'm talking to the random. Unless they like hit it. I guess we can do a. This one's dumb. Who takes the UAZ and hides it?
Dude, out of all of that, I only got a parachute.
Oh, you got a parachute out of it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the parachute looking like?
It looks like a Christmas gift.
Oh.
Yo, Cosmic, I'm Ice King, and you're Santa King.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can do a classic real quick.
We're doing the Vivic.
Let me
This
see
is
if you can't find
Asia server.
Are you
This
okay?
is
I heard you
It
Asia
go.
says,
server.
it says North America for me.
This is Asia for me.
See if you
Because I was
can't
gonna
find
light
a
this up.
hardtop UAZ for me.
My lighter stopped working. Mm-hmm. Okay. Guess. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna make some
Welcome to
quesadillas too
PUBG
right now
Mobile.
too, or some sandwiches, whatever you want. Oh, you're good. Oh, that's cool. I had empanadas too. I had 3.
Alright, y'all, we're looking for a hardtop UAZ.
Mm. What? You're going to sleep early, John? Yeah.
We will be taking off soon. Be prepared.
Cause on your stream,
Yes, he is streaming.
I know.
Are we really going to Midstein?
Mid-seat, Jen.
She's No, I see you.
Don't go to Midstein. Oh, never mind. Now you can. I was gonna say don't go. She's AFK.
We just want to go middle. Middle's like stupid almost.
There's a whole squad going there. They have Ace parachute, Pharaoh parachute.
Let's go.
Somebody on the hill. Oh, a scar, thank you. Level 1 back, man. My god. Level 2 Homer. They're definitely not over here.
I'm just taking your scraps, Kush.
I got M24. Got M24 and Scar.
Damn me, took all the 5.5.
Sad.
You could have some
Really
5
sad.
5.
Man. What? What you mean, Toph? Does he even have 5.5? What do you mean?
I have a lot of 5 5. Come here.
Give some to him.
Thanks.
Jenny
need help?
Jen needs help.
Of course
Jen
she
needs help.
does.
Jen needs help.
Oh, she went middle.
Okay.
We're on our way.
Nice shit, Beijing. He had the Pharaoh. He had the Pharaoh set as well.
Open up your backpack, Jen.
I was looking for a
Open up your
smoke. They don't have any.
Not a problem.
Cosmic, look at my level 2 bag. This is good.
Stay in the same building, guys.
Oh shit.
Open up your backpack, Jen.
Jen, how dare
3 people.
you? Cosmic, look at my backpack. Is it good?
Yeah, I saw it.
Thank you.
Stay inside, Jen. Stay inside. Close the door. It's cold
Stay
outside,
inside,
baby
Jen.
girl.
Stay inside.
Jenny, need first
Amen.
aid?
Wild, what's up? Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay.
Oh, that's so bad. Let me kill him. Oh, come on. I was gonna kill him with my sniper. Top, I was gonna kill him with my sniper, bruh. Everyone took the 5s. Lol. We killed the Pharaoh dude. I knocked one.
Excellent work.
Top has
No, I don't want
Dude,
that on my M4.
I felt like they knew I was in that house. Like they
No,
just
Cosmic,
like
I think that
started
he's
jumping.
easier.
Where?
No, it's not here.
I already looked in there.
Challenge.
Building
10
brings
kills.
back bad
Okay.
memories.
Marked a location.
Jen.
Jen, remember you killed me there?
Wait, what?
Remember you
You killed me there too. And you thirsted me.
Oh yeah.
You did
I
too,
remember.
man. You killed me there and you thirsted me in the room, Jen. Jen? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
How dare you? How dare you?
I literally told Kush, I was like, "What? Ask Jen why she did that. That hurt me."
I see an
We
airdrop.
got middle of the zone, guys. You could just chill on top of this.
There's an airdrop over there.
Marked
we
a
can.
location.
Yeah, that's actually a good place.
There's an AR suppressor here and a compensator.
Roger that, Jen.
Wow.
And another compensator.
Roger that. Jen.
No shit.
I got supplies. I got supplies. I got supplies.
Not today! Okay, maybe today. Not today, no. Hey, Kush, you wanna see my nade skin?
Mm-hmm.
And like you guys came very quickly, like to help me. That was awesome of you guys.
No problem.
Let us know when you're leaving us, please.
I thought you guys were coming towards me.
I know, but we're like,
My bad.
we're not as good as you are.
Where's Kush
Not
at?
good.
Kush?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Push
I just
where you
got
at?
lucky with those people.
You killed 3, huh?
No, I killed I think just the 2.
Oh shit.
I got one of them.
We got
Hey,
people,
Kush,
Jen.
look.
I got one of them.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
one
coming
of them
back.
people.
I like your sound beard.
Thanks, you like my grenade too?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me go first person.
I'm gonna go. Wait. Explain it with my scope.
Alright. Look to the right of you. Oh, that
Oh,
looks so nice.
Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's nice. Jen, let me get that kill. Jen, let me get that kill.
okay. I think someone just shot
Kill.
them. Someone just killed them with a. Yeah, there's someone here. They just
That's a
killed them
real
with a
person.
suppressed vector.
Yo, guys, stay on
He's
Jen.
real. He's
Oh yeah,
real.
yeah, he is real. That's why I said there's a
He's
real
got a
guy
gun
there.
skin. He's got a gun skin. But he's a noob.
We don't know that yet.
He's alone.
No! I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, watch out, guys, getting shot. Oh, I see
His
them.
name is Big God.
They're in a. One of them's in a ghillie.
Where?
They're coming from 35.
Are you guys scared?
No.
Me either.
Ah.
Honestly, I can care less.
Just waiting for them to push in.
Say no more.
I am too. I got an M4 and an AK with their name on it.
Mm-hmm.
M4. Oh, I see one by rock over here.
Marked a location.
One's by that rock.
If you're good, you're good, right, Cosmic?
If you knock one, that means you're good.
Did you guys finish that guy?
Watch out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The dude over there by
Watch
this
out.
rock.
Cosmic was thirsty.
Marked a location.
Stop marking it so I can see.
Or like mark above it, if anything.
The zone's coming in, so they have to move probably.
What are you eating?
Huh?
We can hear you like.
He's moving.
Oh, behind now.
Move!
I didn't know they were behind.
Jen, just get yourself in here.
Run, Jen.
They're
What
coming.
are you doing?
You
I'm
two
gonna start shooting at
defend.
them.
You two defend since you got health.
I'm throwing
Grenade.
Yeah, they missed.
God killer. Sounds familiar.
There, 3 are knocked. We just need to kill one more.
Come on.
Rush.
They're done. Good job, Kush.
Yep.
No, not all of them died.
I just killed
Hey.
one.
No, they all died. I knocked 3. And
Oh,
you
there's still
killed their
one
No,
more.
another one.
There's another one?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
another
name.
one.
Yeah. All of them haven't died yet. You know that. Let's go rush the dude down there. He's only one person. He's gonna revive the teammates anyways.
They all went up in smoke. The Did someone throw that? Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Ooh. He's back
Watch
here.
out.
Let's get him.
They revived a teammate.
Where are you at, Jen? Oh, you're
He's right
down
behind
here.
this wall. Okay,
Oh,
one of them
shit.
just finished dying. We could all kind of rush him.
I'm rushing.
Zone though. I think there's two.
Oh, he's in here with a
Marked a
shotgun.
location.
Ah, sorry, Cosmic.
It is what it is. Not much you can do when he's camping in a corner with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm. I think I know he's bad.
He was terrified.
Cosmic, which one are you watching?
You.
Oh, I see these guys over
Watch
here.
out.
They're all in the smoke. Careful. That like swooped right by me.
Yeah, those are the people I marked earlier, Jen.
Yeah.
Man,
Gosh.
Push is knocked.
Oh, fuck, why are you in the open, bro? I don't have smokes.
Oh gosh.
I suck.
Now we can
Blame it on
commentate,
the
Kush.
enemies.
What?
Blame it on the enemies.
Yep.
We're at those
Um,
houses. They're moving. They're
What
moving
should
to
we
the
do,
hill.
Shai? Should we try to go
They're going to
avenge?
this hill.
Form
They're
up.
going to this hill.
It's your call,
What
Jen.
hill?
You're the leader.
Oh yeah, they're on me.
Be careful.
Shive,
They're
get over
coming.
here.
Nice. I don't.
You're right.
Shive,
I
I
don't
need
have to
you.
there by rock.
He's healing right now, Jen.
Nice.
Finish. Back up, Jen.
Hold on.
One more. He's by rock.
Yeah.
That's the guy that got me, Sharp.
Oops. He moved.
Watch your toes.
You guys
I
got
feel
this
like there's
shit.
people
Right.
behind us.
That's a 2v2.
Watch out, Shive. Nades.
What? Where? It's coming to me.
He's right over that little hump.
He's by me.
He's humping over there.
There's one by Sav and there's one over that little hump.
He's down
Oh
the
shit,
hill
I hear
over
those.
there.
Yep.
He's down the hill.
He's left? I'm sorry, Shive.
Right. Just listen.
Oh, fuck.
Every
What?
angle. They got you from every
At
angle.
least we got like number 2.
Yep. I don't know how I could hear him, but I could. I tried to help.
Was that fun, Jen?
It's alright.
Was that fun or that wasn't fun? Okay. Because we're always the worst teammates, you know? That's so funny.
Because I don't really have my phone.
I'm playing on an iPad.
So I think I got one more in me for my phone.
Okay. You said for your phone.
Yeah, let me see what percent my tablet's at first.
Okay.
24. It hasn't moved. So 24% is only good enough for one game on the tablet.
You can't play plugged in.
Now the tablet's weird, so I might just have to play on my phone.
Mm. You
So
guys
what
want
I'll
to do
have to do if
I
I'm
need to land on Sandhog Paradise. Part
Okay.
of my RP, and I also have to get 28 enemies with SMG in Sandhog.
Okay, let's do it.
I need a kill.
Ready up?
Okay.
oh,
Ready up, baby.
Yeah, girl. Ow!
Yeah.
I'm just looking for a UAS so I can show you off my skin.
Oh, true. Don't worry, we'll get it.
There's no glass in Sandhawk
Yeah, there's not.
or Miramar.
Skin very soon. Oh, we'll go back to Cheer Park after.
Yeah. I just want
Let's
to
see if we
land
can find it.
Paradise.
The UAS?
Welcome to PUBG Mobile.
You gotta land on the roof?
I gotta land on the roof.
No, man.
Do you mind if I jump us?
Please, I've been sucking.
Can you send it to me?
I'll send it over right now, Jen. You're the boss. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And a happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry GMC.
Merry
We
Jane.
will be
Merry
taking off
Honda.
soon.
Merry Honda.
Be prepared.
Merry Nissan.
Tell
Merry
Yoda.
Lamborghini. Merry Lamborghini.
Merry Rolls Royce.
Merry Guana.
Merry Toyota.
Merry Guana.
Merry R34.
Merry G-Wagon.
Merry RD8. RD8.
You didn't even know what that was until I told you what it was, Kush.
I want a G-Wagon.
This might be my fault, Jen. This might be my fault.
I have expensive taste because of this.
I apologize in advance.
Every time I go a G-Wagon.
Kush, you should unfollow so you can land on the roof. Oh, look at that team though.
Wait, where are we going? Paradise? Yeah, this is always hot drop.
Ooh.
Holy shit, 2 squads. Nope, 3 squads.
We'll go towards the back.
No, don't touch me there.
No. No. No, don't touch me there. This is my screwish.
Kush, land on that roof.
I will.
No, I'm lagging. I'm gonna die now.
Stop lagging.
Yeah, easier said than done, Jen.
I just need some help.
Did you land on the roof?
Yeah.
Yes.
How am I alive? How am I alive?
Do you need an SMG?
How am I alive?
Mm-hmm.
There was a UMP, but I don't know if
Jen, how am I alive?
I don't know.
I have an Uzi he can have.
But you gotta kill.
Who did? The Mochochochos?
So I should pick this up.
Did everyone here die that fast?
Push.
Yeah.
No, they're all camping, dude. Thank you.
Tough, how am I still alive? In the middle.
Because you said no.
I need that Uzi talk.
Even more.
Yes.
I need a backpack.
I got level 3 already.
I got supplies.
Move together like one.
This time the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll go with you guys.
they're here.
They're here?
Yeah.
Let's go around
Over here.
as one.
And maybe here
Stampede!
as well.
Stampede!
Stampede Rex!
I see that first aid. I want it.
Have it then.
Thank you.
M4 over here.
But where?
Back in there.
I know there's another team here, but they don't know where. Exactly. Go with Jen and top.
Let's just get out of here.
guys.
We're moving.
Yeah, let's just go to
You
the
want to
zone.
get out of here?
Yeah, let's just go to
Follow
zone.
the top. Follow top, guys. Follow the top.
Okay.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
How's my hoe doing, bro?
How's your what?
How's my hoe doing, bro?
You're talking about Santa Claus?
Claus?
I ain't nobody's hoe. What you talking about? I'm a pimp Santa. What you talking about?
You little pump.
What?
Let's go to
I
I think it's
guys.
about time. I think it's about time we change Santa from a man to a woman. Then I'll stand on Santa's lap. Yeah, then I'll go sit on Santa's lap.
Then it won't be
be
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd be like,
It'll
whoa,
still
that's
be
kind of
weird.
weird. An old man versus child?
That's
What?
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not
random.
abusing a
Not
child.
just
Not
an
just
old
an
man.
old man.
Oh, random.
Random.
man.
Yeah, what's
That's
that
not abusing
poking
a
me?
child.
Don't mind
that's not
that. That's
abusing
just
a
a candy
child.
cane. Mommy, help!
dude, I
Mommy,
won't
help.
forget at my
That's
work when like
creeper.
some
They're
they made one of the
stalking
coworkers dressed like Santa, and
Where?
he was like, I went by and he was like holding like a newborn, and he looked so uncomfortable,
I bet.
like he didn't know how to hold it.
What the fuck is this thing? How do I get rid of it?
He looked miserable.
I'd hold it up by one toe, be like, what is this? Why is it so squishy? Oh shit.
Head
What
toward
is
this
all this
point.
fudge?
Hey, I remember this. Isn't over there where Kush
Marked
got
a
in that tree?
location.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right there. Oh, I see them. They're on the right side of the whole camp.
Yep.
Marked a location.
Oh, they're over there too. They're all in the smoke. Nice, Cosmic.
Yeah, I thirsted one of somebody's kill.
Oh, I hear a boat. You hear that boat?
I heard that,
Yeah, but I'm focused on these guys.
I'm gonna go check out who's on that boat. Oh, he took off that way.
Marked a location.
What a little bitch.
There's still a guy over here.
Marked a location.
You see him?
I don't know where he went.
He went like more towards the middle, I think.
What up, unknown?
No, don't touch me there.
Kush ran off by himself
Yes, I'm
again.
still alive. I look like a pro.
Let's go.
Don't I look like a pro?
The answer is yes and no.
No.
I can be
A
a
pro
pro
wouldn't
when I
ask
want
if he
to.
looks like a pro.
That's exactly
Mhm.
my point, John.
I can
Oh, shit, they're
be
both
a
right here.
counter.
Look at that.
I can play like a counter player if I want to, but I don't want to.
Ooh. I like look up.
What?
I'm probably gonna get reported for that shot. I don't know why. I shot them through the smoke.
There's a box crate right there. I see why. Thank you for keeping me alive.
I just shot through the smoke until I got a hit marker.
Oh. Bro, Jen, when you play on iPad, it's so weird. When you go to your inventory and see if you have pan.
Anybody need first aid?
Oh, yeah?
There's 3 of them
That's
over
weird.
here. Never mind, I picked them all up. How many do I have? Do you need one? I have 6.
It's like all the enemies are running away from us.
When I was a kid,
I'm
people coming to me
good.
and they just ran away. What?
I'm gonna flash Kush real quick.
No, he splashed me as well. And you.
You're flashing them?
Yeah.
Let me see that under tit, dude. Come here.
No! Right.
Let us see.
I'm gonna go in first
Wow.
person.
Let us see.
Especially not the kid. No.
You mean titties?
Oh. No. No big mommy milkers for you.
Ooh, an enemy.
Enemies
I
over
have
here.
0
Watch
kills,
out.
guys. I have 0 kills.
Wait, where are the
On me,
those
on
other
me, on
ones?
me, on me.
There's one on me too.
Tough, really? You went by yourself, man. Where, Tough? Where?
They're in the...
The warehouse.
Okay.
I'm gonna act like you're pro, I think. The flashbanged me!
Oh shit!
Kush!
The back.
Kush got knocked.
I'm safe right here. Savage.
I'm not.
Cosmic
I'll cover you
chill
guys.
down, Matter.
It's the smoke.
Okay. Wait, what is that?
Where's the people on the...
On top of the hill.
Marked a
230.
location.
Damn, they almost got me.
They tried shooting me.
Is Cosmic down?
No.
No?
Let's fall back, Jen. Back to where we started. All of us fall back.
No, go around the left. Go around the left.
Wait, where
What's the plan? What's the plan then?
Run till we get shot in
I
our
hit
face.
somebody! It's
Watch
a whole
out.
squad
Where?
over there. It's a whole squad.
It's a whole squad.
And there's a whole squad over there.
Oh, get ready, get ready.
Hey, touching me, bitch.
Get them tits ready, bro.
Oh, I see them right here. You're going in?
Check on behind the cliff. Is it just one guy? Let's do it. You got 2? There's 2. Yeah, just keep pushing forward. They're right there. I think he got 2. Could be 3. Could be a whole squad. Yeah, top of the roof. Okay, go for it. That's a knock though, you know. So watch out with anybody else around here. Love you, Cosmic. Is he complaining?
I think everyone can play like that.
I did nothing.
Me either.
Well, you guys
Actually-
like were there for support.
Actually, no, I
Yeah,
did shoot him a couple times.
Anything could have happened.
Me and Jen did all the
Actually, I
work.
did. Shut up! I shot him a couple times.
You're just jealous.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright.
I wiped a whole
Everybody
squad
gets
of
there once
ADP
in their
before.
life. Or even more.
Hey, now we're doing teamwork, not competition right now.
Back this way. Let's go back this way.
If you want competition, 1v1 each other.
If he wants to 1v1 me, you
Oh,
win.
can I be quiet
You
for a
win.
second?
You win,
Quiet for a
Papa.
second.
You win.
Quiet for a second.
You win.
Thought I heard footsteps.
This could be
Jen, I'm
dangerous.
the Ice King, so I killed that 2 people. People. Go for the peoplers. The peoplers. People.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh yeah, there they
The
are.
tree.
What? He shot me through the wall, Jen.
Oh, it was ATP, yeah.
He shot me through the wall.
Where's he at,
He's
Mark?
at that tree.
Watch out! Watch out! Marked a
I knocked his
location.
buddy. He's gonna throw something, I think. Do you guys see him?
No, we can't see shit.
Yeah, I hit him in the head.
He's
I
at
hit him in the
that
head.
tree.
I can see him.
I'm telling Kush. He said I can't see shit. Just
I hit him in the head. He's gonna
say-
heal. He's healing. I hit him in the head.
If you can get me. I'm down here.
Open up your backpack.
Okay. You know I can just use it for my inventory, right? Oh, bonker.
I hit him too. I lit his ass up.
Are you behind me?
No, I got it.
No. Fucking lit his ass up. Oh shit!
Oh fuck.
And he's by the tree in front of you. It's pros versus
Aww.
bonk.
He freaking went next round. Just go to zone, guys. Oh shit.
I know ATP Fantasy. I know Fantasy. I know the ATP Fantasy.
He's
I know
mad
him.
because I knocked him.
I know
I knocked
ATP
one as well.
Fantasy. I know that dude. I know him.
We heard you, Shiv.
I've heard it before.
Where's he at?
Fuck you guys.
He's probably one of those rodents.
Yep.
Let's
He's
look
on
at
the roof.
Number 3 or something. We got number 3.
Thank you, Anthony.
Number 7.
We got number 7 now. At plus 16.
Not bad. How about you, Jen?
Yes.
303 damage.
Damn.
Nice.
I did not play well. At all. I suck.
We have our days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Never days will lose. Sometimes we have wins.
I'm going to Cheer Park. How do I go to Cheer Park?
Oh yeah, I'll take us there.
Hey, my little cheer park. So pretty.
I'm on load.
Hey, Jen, I'll 1v on
There we
you.
go.
Cosmic, where are you at? It's over here.
I'm going to grab my car, but I'm grabbing a gun first.
Are we not in the
Oh,
same cheer park? Abby,
I don't think we are.
I'm with Cosmic. We're not in the same cheer park. The UAZ's over here, Cosmic. The UAZ's over here.
Wait,
I
why
know.
can't I see you guys? Only.
You're
We're
supposed
not
to
in the
tap.
We're not
same
in
cheer
the same
park.
Supposed
cheer
to tap
park.
on Cosmic's cheer
Hush.
part above his name.
Yeah, you're supposed to chop on the one above my name.
Oh shit! I almost hit start.
I'm gonna go back.
He took away the UAZ. Get in, Cosmic, get in.
Oh, I got this.
We might drive your vehicle right there.
Chase his
Where
ass
are they?
down.
Where
Get
is he?
him. He's over there.
Where is he?
He's on the bridge. Turn around. See him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at?
We're at the We're going to the UAZ right
We're
now.
by the
Go to the garage.
This is high times as weed, Jen.
No!
This
Huh?
weed's fucking insane.
Alright.
Are they blowing it up? Wait, Cosmic, get
Yeah.
in it.
No, it'll
Get in
respawn here
it.
in a second. Let them blow it up. It'll respawn here in a second. Watch.
They're gonna blow it up.
Yeah, but I can jump in it real quick. Watch.
Okay. Oh, nice. You got that one.
What's it? What is it, Jen?
Dang.
Fucking asshole! Stop shooting my car. I'm trying to show off my skin.
Oh, they all have the underboob thing?
Yeah.
Let me see that titty.
Man.
Whoa. What a weird
Where's Kush
shirt.
at?
Damn.
Kush in here?
Then, Cosmic, let's see what it looks like. The tires.
Do you see it, man?
Who shot the vehicle, man?
Yeah, it looks dope. I'm
Where's
seeing it
Kush?
from.
Oh,
I'm seeing it from her thing, dude.
I don't be shooting the hay. The hell, Jen? I was gonna show you the light thing, but I guess not.
Here you go, baby.
Yes.
Wait.
Bacho, please. He's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Bruh. This nigga.
What? Hey!
Well, I have an ancestor that's black. I have an ancestor that's black, okay?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not in Cheer Park.
That's like I can say the N word because I have an ancestor that's black.
You're not shooting my UAZ.
Oh, those are the lights right there on the sides.
Hey, you see all those lights on the side?
Yeah, 6 of them.
Yeah, watch. If I get out, they'll unlight.
Oh yeah, I saw. Right before the blow. You guys want to do another match?
Alright, I'm getting the fuck out of Cheer Park. They're pissing me off.
Me too.
Alright, I'm out. Screw Cheer Park. Cheer Park is garbage.
Glacier. Izzo.
What up, Kirobu?
Taquito.
Hey, Taquito, how you doing?
I'll go in right now. How do I get out of here?
I forget. You just have to like. How do you get out of Cheer Park? Oh.
You know that little thing at the top left?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as the metro exit. It looks like that.
Oh, what
The
babies?
door. It's the door.
Yeah. Yeah. You can feel it right away, huh? It's so, like, peaceful.
Lavino.
Hey, guess what? I got a 5-pound bag of gummy bears for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
5 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
That's heavy.
A 5-pound gummy bear. I just registered that. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to PUBG Mobile.
You might be constipated. You're going to the room? Nice. Nice.
Someone said you might be constipated.
Yeah.
Gummy bears. Fine.
This is what I say about Christmas time. Is anybody in our chat?
Can you hear me munching?
Yeah.
Hello? Anybody in our chat? Hello? Guys, it seems like a
This
bot
is some
lobby.
good gummy worms.
Guys,
We
this
will
might
be
be a
taking
bot
off
lobby.
soon. Be prepared.
That's good.
Alright.
Get in my belly.
Alright, fat bastard.
Stop, you know the name? Get in my belly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from
Shrek?
Austin Powers, fat bastard.
I'm from Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Get in my belly.
That's from Austin Powers.
Which one, though?
Yeah, it is from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
But,
Get
same
in my
guy.
belly.
it's the same guy who did Shrek's voice.
Yeah.
But it's not from Shrek. Unless they said it in
Exactly.
it. But it's originally from Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, yep.
Have you not seen Austin Powers? Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm putting saline up my nose
Putting
Why?
back up your nose.
because
Leaning
my
back.
nose is stuffy. So you
I
put
have that
So you put-
sometimes, Tough. I have that sometimes.
What the hell?
so
And
you
he
put
gets extra stuffy because his nose is hurt.
yeah.
There's usually an UAZ that spawns over here, by the way.
All the time. Now when you want a UAZ skin and you want the UAZ, it never spawns over here. Trust me.
I don't really want it, I just...
Unspeakable!
garbage.
There's a GMR clan here. GMR Karen. GMR Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Karen! Karen, you want some cheese? Because you're cheesed.
Dude, I will run over
Excellent
Karen. I'll
work.
shoot her toe off.
Because she's so cheesed. That's why we're getting her cheese. Because he's so...
Oh,
her
shoot Karen's toe off.
No, I would decapitate her. And then feed her to a cow.
No, you feed her to a pig. That's how you hide a body.
How big is... That's so you know that in my belly.
I'm over here teaching
Or you
murder.
could just, or you, no, or you could just feed it, or you could just feed
No.
it to a cannibal.
Those are illegal.
Or just feed it to a bear.
Oh no.
Hello, Armor.
Look, andeca, patita,
Hola,
pala.
Akbar.
Question, why you in here? What the heck, man? What are you doing here in my swamp? I'll show you the real bike skin.
Guys, I'm coming.
Wait, what's this?
Godzilla.
What is that? On your bike.
It's
What is
Godzilla.
this?
Marked a
Red.
vehicle.
Jen, hop in the
Godzilla.
whip.
That's the head
Oh,
on the
yeah.
top.
Now this is my bike now. Better than ever.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Top, get in the UAZ.
You like my whip?
Why does that look like the
Ooh.
Mason symbol on the door?
Alright, now watch, Kush.
Look
When I
at
get
that,
out, watch.
babe.
Watch when I get out.
Marked a vehicle.
Did you watch these lights? You see the lights on the side? When I get in, they turn on.
Oh.
Okay.
When I get out, they turn off.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Ooh. Ooh.
Marked a vehicle.
Yeah. Alright, where are we going?
We're going cat grass.
Yep.
Where's the marker? Hold on. Alright, got it.
You also play? That's cool.
You just pin over Top's bike.
I know, I saw it.
Looks like we're in the Rolls Royce, but upgraded to a Jeep.
I wish those hooks on the front. Wait, why the? Wait, hold on. Where's Crabgrass?
Bruh. Bruh.
We're going to gas? Let's just go gas.
Gassy, gassy, gas Ricky, gas Ricky.
I'm gonna pick up some stuff afterwards, guys. I'm gonna do some chores afterwards.
Alright, I'm waiting for my tablet to charge anyway.
Yeah, I'll hit
Excellent
you up.
work.
I'll hit you up like in an hour or two. I'm gonna do.
Alright.
So what?
Well, what I want to do is I want to pick up my bed.
Oh, gas is over this
Make my
way.
bed. I also want to make some
Alright, somebody get out
quesadillas.
here.
If you want some, Jen. But like in a bit, though.
Somebody jump here. Alright, me and you go over this way.
You'll make cookies? Okay, cool. Let me make the cookies this time, yeah? Let me make the cookies. I want to make cookies because I'm actually craving cookies.
Top, DM me on Discord so I know when getting on.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
PUBG
the
or
next
something.
stream is gonna be us four, Jen, Cosmic, Kush Toffee, and Sav.
Okay. Savages
If you-
or Sav, you could
that-
say.
I
That
like
is if you
Sav.
remember to text me.
What's up, dude?
I said that is if you remember to text me.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
text
me.
you. And dude, yeah, we will text you. I'll be watching a podcast though. In the meantime.
That's fine.
Mm.
Probably gonna take like an hour or two for my tablet to charge anyway.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm just gonna be in my house just doing
Oh yeah, I forgot to look for
just
gas.
doing- There's another lazy
That's a
back there,
really
but
nice UAV skin, dude.
when I'm
pulled it
I'm
first
just gonna be
try,
in
I
my
like it a
house
lot.
just doing some stuff, you
So
know?
beautiful.
Just, something.
I know, it
Tough.
really is.
I'm just gonna be in my house doing some family stuff.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
When in the meantime, when in like an hour until we play PUBG again.
Yeah, dude. Sounds fun.
Oh man. I should have said. Stop. I got the thing I like about this iPad is that I can copy people's name now. Copy people's names now.
Nice.
I can just paste them on an ID card and just change my name like that. Like for example, your name, and then put a U at the end for the special character.
Excellent work.
Alright, guys, I'm fully suppressed.
I'm fully suppressed also,
Alright,
dude.
man.
Okay.
Me too.
Even my farts are suppressed right now.
Oh, Cosmic,
Well.
look at my Jeep skin. Cosmic, it's better than your skin. Look at this beauty. Got
That's
a
the
9-inch
default.
wheeler on this thing. 9-inch wheeler. Better than yours.
Nah.
Got 9-inch wheeler, bro. I can pick all the girls at my age with that thing. Oh, just kidding. I'm just gonna go. I am a child, that's why I sit in the back.
No, sit in the front, please.
Okay.
Why?
Never mind.
Take the back.
Oh, there's a
There we go, there we go, there we go. Enemies, enemies.
Let me kill one.
Oh, they're just bots.
Excellent work.
I'm right here, Jess.
Ooh, level 3 big, let's go. Let's go, level 3 big, ha ha ha,
Nice.
ha ha ha. Parte, parte tu, baladana, parte.
Oh, I'm reading another gummy
Excellent
worm.
work. Watch out.
Airdrop.
Let's go.
I know, Jolie. Olote. Coffee, want olote?
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Alote?
Mhm.
Oh, there's enemies at the drop. There's enemies at the drop. Is that a boss? I don't trust myself. If you grenade me right now. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. What you got, Cosmic?
Nothing.
Exactly what I thought, man.
Where?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got 4 bot kills, by the way.
Guys, I want to kill.
4.
Oh, there we go. Right in front of us, you guys.
Not a bot, not a bot.
Of course that.
in these captive areas. When you talk to the folks from the Belt and Road Initiative nations like Nigeria or Kazakhstan or even Nepal, for example, one term always comes up, which is the term sovereignty. They said we are losing our sovereignty. Why? Because when the CCP actually demonstrate what they can do through these Belt and Road Initiative, project, they bring their own workers into their country. They don't hire any of the local workforce that's available there. Plus, they know for a fact that their government is corrupt, and henceforth will do anything that the CCP tells them in the future, as they have been doing right now. And so, consequently, what would happen is the people will have to be the ones paying the price for it. They won't be able to get jobs. And since there's pretty much a Chinese takeover of their ports, of their military bases, and even a large portion of their energy sectors, like it was in Sri Lanka, the people are wondering, well, we're Sri Lankans, we're Nepalis, we're Kazakhs, we're Nigerians, we're X, Y, and Z. Are we not going to be able to call ourselves that anymore? And there's a genuine fear among these communities of losing who they are eventually in the future, all in the name of prosperous friendship that the CCP offers. So it's a lot more troubling than we know, and it's a lot more troubling than we could ever imagine at this point. And that's why it's so critical that we at least start doing our research on these world communities right now.
I've actually spoken, of course, at different events and so on, and sometimes I get Chinese people, CCP type people coming up to me and saying, "Oh, how dare you criticize the Chinese Communist Party?" And one of the narratives they'll say is, didn't America invade Iraq as an excuse of why the CCP invaded, for example, Tibet?
Right.
And, didn't America have colonialism? Didn't the West? Why can't the Chinese Communist Party have it? They try to create this equivalency,
right,
of course, in their narratives. What would you say to that?
Well, look, the United States and rest of the free world isn't innocent, isn't perfect. China's not perfect, right? And we clearly realize that. But the difference between not just the United States itself, but the difference between the free world and the Chinese Communist Party run China is that in the free world, at least we can hold ourselves accountable. For example, the Japanese internment, that was wrong. Slavery, that was wrong. But I can say that it is wrong because systematically I was taught about what had happened. And my teachers, I remember my fourth grade teacher, giving us a book assignment on the Japanese internment camps and said, these were human beings, American citizens, many of them patriotic American citizens that were taken away in these internment camps. And we have to make sure that something like this never repeats again. You have that kind of accountability system, and thank God we do, right? And the Iraq War, look, a lot of people have given their analysis to it, right? And now a lot of us realize that there was a lot more troubling factors about it than we realized in the past, right? But why do we have that system? Why do we have an opportunity to say that something was wrong and something was not wrong? It's because we have a system where we can at least correct ourselves, and that is how democracy runs, because human beings are inherently imperfect. Now let's look at a system run by the Chinese Communist Party. Do you also notice how every single one of their arguments have a reason behind it? Well, we invaded Tibet, they'll say, because it was a feudal system that was run by some Lama dictatorship, and we freed them. They'll have the same arguments for Southern Mongolia and what they began to call Xinjiang or East Turkestan. They said these people were backwards, these people were uneducated, but we went in there and saved the day. That sounds a lot like the KKK, for example, saying, well, gosh darn, we brought these minorities, we gave them education, we gave them all these great benefits in this country, and that's why, everyone's enjoying what they're enjoying today. When in reality, it doesn't matter what race or background you're from. As Americans, we have the ability to build a better world here by holding ourselves accountable always. But for the Chinese Communist Party, I have not seen a single factor where that was, where that was applied in their system. And so that would be the narrative that I would provide. And that is probably the best narrative that these CCP sympathizers can hear. But also at the same time, I'm sure a lot of the programs that you've done in the past were done in the United States. Strangely enough, however imperfect this system is, they sure love to come over here, right, and enjoy a lot of the benefits that we have, right? I mean, if someone hits them, I'm sure they'll take it up to our court system, right, to rectify it, as they should. So, and it's a lot more sinister, too, because one of the things that the CCP does is that it has an inherent need to convince the world that at the end of the day, they are supreme. They are above everyone else. And unfortunately, you see a lot of Han supremacism in that as well. And that's the reason why, and strangely enough, this is actually imposed upon the people of Hong Kong as well, and towards the people of Taiwan as well, right? It's like, well, we are the dominant people, and so we will do our best to, correct all mistakes, all sorts of problems in your land, right? When, if you look at it, a lot of Han Chinese people aren't sympathetic to what their government are saying, right? So that's another sinister part behind the CCP, because they would, just because of what makes up their background, right? They'll use that, they'll weaponize it in order to justify their crimes. When the rest of the country knows that it's bad, but they can't say anything. So I would say those are the biggest systematic differences. And thank God, I'm living in a free world where I can look at something and say that is wrong. And I can teach my children to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes as I do.
Now, I know one of the narratives I've heard tossed around, including, in fact, by even some Western journalists and academics, is they say, oh, well, China uplifted the Chinese people out of poverty.
Right.
Now, I've personally responded to that, and I said, no, they suppressed the Chinese people. China was, of course, coming out of coming out of a feudalist society,
right,
as was most of the world in the early 1900s and late 1800s. The CCP tries to take credit for the bringing about of technology. Like, no, that was a product of Western capitalism,
right,
that was brought into China,
right, exactly,
right. But of course, but they try to say, the Chinese Communist Party says there'd be no new China without the CCP. That's one of their slogans, and I've been shocked to see how many Western academics and journalists pick that up and actually believe it.
Sure.
I'm curious, though, based on, because I know you've spoken to all these people as well, how do you often explain that? How do you talk about that?
Well, firstly, in terms of prosperity, we need to define what prosperity means. Does prosperity just mean money? And in that case, yeah, China would technically fall under that, successful nation. But that's really not the reality, is it? Right? The wealth of China, I'm sure the CCP had a role in it, but in a genuine sense, it was the Chinese people that made it into a reality. Right? When you have an open market system, human beings, no matter what you are, will take advantage of that, right, to make yourself grow, individual growth, as some may call it, right? That concept was transported into China, and the Chinese people said, you know what, I'm going to take part in that. And, a large portion of the Chinese economy grew because of the Chinese people doing that, not because some government official in the CCP, giving them all the directives on what to do. One thing that Deng Xiaoping did well is not doing anything. He didn't do anything. He just let the economy grow, right? But now, let's look at it from the present context, right? The CCP knew that this growth was going to happen, and then they said, one of the CCP does well is figuring out how they can actually have a say or have a complete control over it. And even though they call themselves proud, quote unquote, communists, a lot of these party members, especially those on the top, have huge shares and presence in these markets. So going back to these academics, right? Unfortunately, we had academic freedom, independence in this country up until, I would say, maybe even 10 years ago. But when universities started to rely heavily on the Chinese students' tuitions, and I would even say there's also a factor of cancel culture where professors want to just pretty much criticize the U.S. as much as possible, but also at the same time interpret that as, well, in order to do that successfully, I need to praise a system that's other than the United States. I personally have seen that on some of the professors that I've had in the past. They would praise the Chinese Communist Party, they would even say, well, despite the human rights conditions, they've done so well, and they have a system that doesn't have a capitalist founding. So we support them, in a sense, right? But they said, well, when it comes to human rights, well, we can talk about that later. It's terrible, but that's every country has a bad human rights record. So they'll be extremely dismissive of it, right? So my answer to those individuals who call themselves academics would say, well, Chinese government has done a great job in terms of bringing their people out of the poverty. Well, that's a lot more degrading to the Chinese people than ever, because what you're essentially saying is the Chinese people, at least to me, it sounds like Chinese people are somehow unable to take advantage of a free market like we do, right? It's at the end of the day, it was all the government effort that made it all possible. And we know that it's not true. And I would even go as far as to say this, is that this narrative about the Chinese people being another Chinaman, I would even say, it's extremely degrading. In a way, it's alive today in the Western world. Many people would not realize it, but they're in that pool. And stuff like that, by saying that, like, well, the Chinese people are different. The CCP has done at least a good job in bringing them out of the poverties that they were living in. I mean, well, are you basically saying that the Chinese people are not good enough for democracy? They are. Many of them come to the United States and have become amazing democratic figures, and have become amazing members of society that I and many of us come to respect. So I would even say this is the time to keep ourselves and hold ourselves to a higher degree, and accept the fact that the Chinese people, are equal to all of us, and they deserve equal treatment as every single one of us on this planet. So, and I would even say, unless we do away with such narrative, we will never, ever be able to address the threat that we're facing from the CCP completely.
I guess just last question. In terms of your coalition, based on what could happen, and based on why you do the work you're doing, if you were to tell people one thing about the importance of this kind of drawing the line with the CCP,
sure,
and what is at risk in terms of that as well if it fails, what would you tell them?
Well, failure to me is not an option. But if it does happen, I think all of us would agree that the least that we want to do is to tell each other that at least we gave it our best. But the sad part about your question is that could only happen if the world does not wake up to the threats of the CCP. And at the end of the day, it's up to the individuals in this country to firstly come to awareness of that threat and act in accordance to what they think is the most appropriate thing to do, and in the best of their abilities. And I think at this point, I can clearly tell you that since its founding, the Captive Nations Coalition has been made up of individuals that pretty much have said to themselves, I'm not going to quit until my family is free from the concentration camps. I'm not going to quit until my culture is protected. I'm not going to quit until His Holiness the Dalai Lama could return to Tibet, and seat himself as the leader of the Tibetan people. So as long as that determination is alive, I don't think defeat will ever really happen. And even just mentioning the Chinese people themselves, this flaming fire for freedom and democracy that many of dissidents and just even the rest of the Chinese people who genuinely want it, defeat will not come as long as that fire is alive. And that has been demonstrated throughout the years since the founding of the CCP. I mean, look at what the Falun Gong practitioners are doing, for example, right? Let's set aside everything for a second. Despite the limited resources, despite the attacks that they're getting constantly as an evil cult or some other vilifying terms, they've done an amazing job in terms of protecting who they are, but also going beyond that and saying that China can be better, and that we need to let the world know that the CCP is an evil monster. The Chinese Christians, they're paying their price, with arrests, torture, a lot of times executions, organ harvesting, Despite all that, the Chinese people and the members of these captive nations have put up a fight. So I don't think any of them are looking into defeat, but the more that this fire is raging on, the closer to victory we are. And that's our primary focus, so that one day the restoration of their independence and freedom can be achieved. And as long as that is also alive, the term defeat will never apply to any of them. I can assure you of that.
Se-Hoon Kim, thanks for being on the show, and thanks for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Been to the res, dude. That's what I want to know. Have they been to the res? Have they fucking done anything for the fucking Indians? Except for this? What are they talking about, dude? Why are they here? Go to the fucking res and help people out. You bought some fireworks from the, hey, that works out. That helps people out. Right? If you want to find some Indians to help some Indians and remember Indians, go talk to someone who's an Indian. Don't read off your damn freaking internet freaking phone on some story you don't even fucking know about. That's how I feel about it. You want to know about some shit? Go learn about it and some real shit. Yeah, I'm going to the casino too pretty soon, I think, dude. Want to meet at the Alien A, dude? Let's go.
And speaking of res,
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the casino, dog. I know they don't want him in Andrews. I'm saying, I'm trying to get them to go to the res so they get their ass whooped, dog. I'm trying to bait them to go to the res. I said, I'm trying to bait them to go to the res. Like, shit. Go get drunk on the res and see what happens. Go party with the boys.
A lot of noise has been made about the titanic demographic transformation currently occurring in the United States and the implications that will have politically as the country goes forward. While we're not even allowed on social media to discuss, we are not allowed by threat of censorship and deplatforming to even speak of the election just held in November, or of having any doubts that tens of millions of Americans have with regards to the legitimacy, we can take a look at this fairly well circulated map of election trends in the United States to get an idea of how the population in the country votes. Now, it's pretty clear and has been spoken about at length that the demographic transformation of the country bodes very ill for the Republican Party and their chances of ever winning elections going forward, as you can see with this map of the voting trends in the 2016 election. What I would like to focus on in this map is the voting patterns of men and women, and how several research papers, as well as political scientists, have come forward to explain the trends as being gender-based, and that the country has come to see the Republican Party as being rooted in the traditional masculine, while the Democratic Party is now rooted in the traditional feminine. Currently, this channel, along with my second channel, as are many commentary channels, being seriously shadow banned by YouTube. They're being seriously shadow banned by YouTube. Subscribers are being shed by the thousands per month without their knowledge or consent, and people are no longer being given any notice about uploads. So please click on the subscribe button to make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the alert bell. But also head on over to Library, BitChute, Dailymotion, and other sites that I upload, and subscribe to my content there. Thank you very much in advance, and the links are in the description. No one is going to argue now that the United States isn't a dysfunctional, highly partisan, and completely polarized society. While many will point to the cultural issues that plague it, it turns out, at least according to social scientists, who are very good at stating the obvious, like water is wet, that these social scientists are saying that the political polarization tearing apart the country might not be solely due to one's stance on things like taxation, immigration, government spending, or the reaction of a host of other topics usually under the spotlight, but comes down to the simple evolution of our species and how the two parties have become proxies for the masculine, that being the Republicans, and the feminine, that being the Democrats, and how this has been evolving since at least the 1980s. So in the minds of many Democrats, Republicans are stereotypically crude, xenophobic, and greedy, while Republicans see Democrats as whiny, sniveling, wimpy failures that tax the successful to provide those that are either not capable or are too lazy to do for themselves. Obviously, these stereotypes are gross exaggerations of your average voter, but these stereotypes have been playing out over the past several decades. The question then is, how do we explain, at least partially, the extreme tribalization that has occurred in the United States that many of us intuitively understand, but are too shy to say so, as the lines between what gender even is for many has not only blurred over the past 5 or so years, but have become something of a taboo subject. Now, to be clear, both the masculine and feminine are partially biological, but also socially constructed, and are found in both men and women. In his 50-odd page paper, The Masculine Republicans and Feminine Democrats, Gender and America's Explicit and Implicit Images of the Political Parties, Nicholas J. Winter of the Woodrow Wilson Department of Politics at the University of Virginia, well, he argued that over the past 3 decades, the parties have staked out distinct positions of and run gender-implicit campaigns. Americans have come to view the parties increasingly in gendered terms of masculinity and of femininity. He continued that these connections between party images and gender stereotypes have been forged at the explicit level of the traits that Americans associate with each party, and also at the implicit level of unconscious cognitive connections, gender, and party stereotypes. In the paper, he suggests that Republicans have worked very hard to shape popular images of the party.
Well, as the eastern seaboard sizzles through hot weather today, residents are also being told to keep an eye out for snakes. Australians have been reminded to avoid contact with the critters at all costs and know what to do if someone is bitten.
They're iconic Australian creatures and they're big fans of warm weather.
Now, investigators say they've identified a person of interest after a Christmas Day vehicle explosion in Nashville, Tennessee. Authorities have praised emergency services for clearing the area as an audio message played out from the camper van announced it would explode. 3 people were injured in the blast and 40 buildings damaged.
Oh my gosh.
The Christmas Day explosion that shook downtown Nashville remains much of a mystery. The motive for this bombing and who is responsible have not been confirmed, but the FBI is investigating a person of interest. Police were already on the scene responding to reports of gunshots and of a suspicious motorhome that was captured on the move 5 hours earlier. The vehicle then played a recorded voice message warning anyone nearby to clear the area. 3 people were injured in the explosion. Human remains have been found, but not identified.
Officers responded to a shots fired call and didn't have any idea what else was going on. It's a typical police call, and as they arrived, they saw an RV that was giving out a message saying it would detonate within 15 minutes, a countdown would go, music would play, and instead of taking it as just maybe a threat and calling in and getting resources, they immediately began knocking on doors. They coordinated the resources to get everyone evacuated and out. Had they not done that, we'd be talking about people as well with the destruction that we have.
These CCTV images appear to show the moment of the explosion, which was felt 9 blocks away and heard for miles. Investigators say they've received more than 500 leads or tips from members of the public. The explosion next to an AT&T telecoms building knocked out phone lines, leaving some to ask if this was the intended target.
This doesn't strike me as a classical terrorist attack, in part because it was not meant to generate mass casualties. And what we've seen, certainly in terms of militia attacks carried out in the United States, they have been intended to kill a lot of people. Here, the hour at which the explosive was detonated, the fact that there was a warning in advance, all suggests that it was not a serious terrorist attack.
Police haven't confirmed if anyone was in the motorhome when it exploded, but investigators say there is no manhunt and no active threat. Nashville may now be safe, but it's left very shaken by this terrifying act.
US authorities have conducted searches at multiple properties in California believed to be connected to the person of interest. FBI and ATF officials arrived at the homes in Antioch linked to the 63-year-old Anthony Warner. 250 agents, analysts and FBI staff are working the case. Officials say the investigative team is turning over every stone.
Graham Windram was fighting against the floodwaters to save his home. His 25-ton barge washed onto the riverbank in Great Barford. Search and rescue helping him to get it back into the river and try to secure it there. With all his belongings on board, it has been a Christmas like no other.
We've been quite happily moored there. I live there, obviously, and I go to work every day, so getting on and off the boat's been fine, but the last 2 days I had to basically abandon ship.
Okay.
And we've had to make precautions now, today, to steady the boat for when the levels drop.
You can't see anymore where you would usually have the banks of the river and then the fields and people's gardens. And actually, if you drive round this area, it is a similar picture, just this enormous sea of water. And that is why people over the last couple of days have been urged to leave their homes. Of course, here they are still living in Tier 4, but the police and other agencies say people need to take whatever precautions they have to and not risk their lives. From Christmas Eve, the waters have been rising along this stretch of the River Great Ouse, with 1,300 people urged to leave their homes. One of 3 severe flood warnings in place, with another 2 in Northamptonshire. It was the centre of Bedford that was causing concern first thing. Many say it's not been this bad for over 20 years. On Christmas night, locals dug these trenches to keep the waters back. Jan Schofield lives over the road and says it was like the community spirit of lockdown kicked in once again.
Everyone rallied round last night from about 6 o'clock all the way through to 3 o'clock this morning. People, local neighbours were digging the trenches, bringing sandbags. Some guys with big trucks came and pulled out the huge trees that you can see over the road, which were getting stuck underneath the Little White Bridge, the Newnham Bridge. And that really cleared the waters. People were staying awake all night, obviously not knowing whether it would come over the road.
For those in charge of the response, COVID has had to be at the front of their minds, and they say it still should be for the rest of us.
Please don't be heroic. Please follow the guidelines. Do not do anything that's not appropriate. And also, COVID's not gone away. This hasn't just suddenly allowed COVID to disappear. Bedford's figures remain absolutely high.
Overnight, large parts of the country are expected to be hit by high winds and heavy rain as Storm Bella moves in. The potential impact unclear, as many still deal with the impact of this Christmas disruption.
What's up, Blood Nathan? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well.
Small businesses are calling for a new law to stand down workers without pay if they refuse to get vaccinated for COVID-19. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is set to be rolled out across Australia in March, free of charge. Business owners fear employees won't come to work if their co-workers haven't received the jab. Industrial Relations Minister Christian Porter says a number of issues are yet to be discussed.
Thanks, honey. I really appreciate your love and effort.
This voicemail message sounds heartfelt, but nothing about it is real.
I'll talk to you in the morning. Good night. I love you and love you so much. Good night, girl.
The man who spoke of love said he was 49 and lived in South Africa. Penny Ward met him online on the dating app Tinder.
He just seemed so nice, and we just started chatting, and he was based in Liverpool. He'd been there for 12 years, but at the moment he was in South Africa on a great farm that he just bought. But he was due back at the end of March. So he just said, should we chat on WhatsApp if you want to meet up when I come home?
The couple started speaking on the phone. They exchanged hundreds of messages a day, but they never talked over video. Within 2 months they spoke of love, and he asked for money.
He sent me an email to say that all his machinery was in customs and he needed £26,000 to get it out. But just by that point I didn't want to lose him. So I think I was just willing to say anything to him to keep him.
Tinder, where the women met this scammer, told us we are saddened to hear of anyone who has fallen victim to a romance scam when seeking a real connection. We have a zero-tolerance policy on this type of behaviour and are constantly monitoring our platform to detect and remove any suspicious profiles. We encourage our members to look for the blue tick, which indicates that the member's profile image is genuine and has been verified by Tinder through our photo verification programme. But exclusive figures shown to us by Action Fraud show thousands of people are being duped every year.
Reports of online romance fraud have gone up over the past 12 months, and you'd expect that because of the pandemic. People are at home, isolated and more vulnerable, and victims in total lost a staggering £63 million. And remember, those are just the cases we know about.
Thanks, honey. I really appreciate your love and effort.
This voicemail message sounds heartfelt, but nothing about it is real.
I'll talk to you in the morning. Good night. I love you and love you so much. Good night, girl.
The man who spoke of love said he was 49 and lived in South Africa. Penny Ward met him online on the dating app Tinder.
He just seemed so nice, and we just started chatting, and he was based in Liverpool. He'd been there for 12 years, but at the moment he was in South Africa on a great farm that he just bought. But he was due back at the end of March. So he just said, should we chat on WhatsApp if you want to meet up when I come home?
The couple started speaking on the phone. They exchanged hundreds of messages a day, but they never talked over video. Within 2 months they spoke of love, and he asked for money.
He sent me an email to say that all his machinery was in customs and he needed £26,000 to get it out. But just by that point I didn't want to lose him. So I think I was just willing to say anything to him to keep him.
Tinder, where the women met this scammer, told us we are saddened to hear of anyone who has fallen victim to a romance scam when seeking a real connection. We have a zero-tolerance policy on this type of behaviour and are constantly monitoring our platform to detect and remove any suspicious profiles. We encourage our members to look for the blue tick, which indicates that the member's profile image is genuine and has been verified by Tinder through our photo verification programme. But exclusive figures shown to us by Action Fraud show thousands of people are being duped every year.
Reports of online romance fraud have gone up over the past 12 months, and you'd expect that because of the pandemic. People are at home, isolated and more vulnerable, and victims in total lost a staggering £63 million. And remember, those are just the cases we know about.
This 80 days of hell you speak of, what does that entail? Just so I can mentally prepare myself.
79 days of
79 days of hell.
We're talking 79 days without Joe Rogan.
Well, here we go, friends. I think we're on day 59 of those 79 days of hell. But don't worry about it, friends. As RV bombs are going off in Nashville, the FBI is investigating it. I guess they figured out who left that noose in Talladega. They got some freed up FBI agents now that they've worked out the Las Vegas shooting, friends. They're going to crack this case. Everybody can rest assured that this case will be settled definitively and we can all go along our day. No, we can't. Why? Well, because they're still telling everybody it looks like it's an intentional RV bomb. It looks like an intentional car bomb. What fucking tipped you off? Was it the fact that the thing was literally blaring, "I'm a fucking bomb," before it blew up? Hey, if you could hear this, get the hell out of here because I'm a bomb.
If you can hear this message, evacuate now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now.
Why aren't the FBI, why is the mainstream media press, why are these dickheads running around pretending like they don't know what's going on in this situation? You know it was an intentional bomb. You know it was a car bomb. Oh, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. RVs are totally running around all the time with PA systems warning people that they might blow up and they never blow up. So this time it still might be an accident. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? On top of this van, or RV, more specifically, was placed outside an AT&T building. And everyone's like, well, that's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence, huh? Go look at what happened after this bomb went off. They wiped out the telecommunication information across pretty much an entire state. I mean, the outage maps that are showing what happened after this bomb are staggering. If you think this was an accident, you're a fucking idiot. This was a well-placed, specifically placed bomb to knock out critical infrastructure, and now we're getting reports that this gigantic AT&T building was one of those buildings, or could possibly be one of those buildings, that takes a big old fat pipeline of consumer information and then splits it off, mirrors it, and reroutes it into the next building for the NSA. Was this one of these NSA flip a switch buildings? Is that what's going on over here? Is that why this thing was attacked? Other people are saying that this building was also, it was working with some of the data from SolarWinds, that there's a deal between SolarWinds, and SolarWinds is one of these other companies that's tied into the Dominion election software. What the fuck is going on with this situation? The only thing that I do know is that none of the information, none of the mainstream media reporting, none of the reports that we're getting from the local police department, the ATF, or the FBI are making any sense. They are still now, more than 24 hours after this, trying to make it sound, well, we think it was intentional. So you're leaving room that it wasn't intentional, when it was telling you that it was a bomb. You're not telling anybody that the amount of information, the amount of telecommunications infrastructure in this entire area being wiped out by a thing that might not have been intentional is a coincidence. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And on top of all of this, on top of all the wonkiness and the weird reporting going on around this, and this is without talking about the possible dead body that they just happened to find in this area, you know that right now, over Nashville, they shut down all of air traffic. This is insane what's going on. This is looking like this is a national emergency. Are we under attack? Is the deep state lighting off buildings? Are they destroying information? Is this some large-scale digital shredding going on in public? Are they taking out our critical infrastructure? Why the fuck are you going to still run around today, 24 hours again later, telling everybody, it's probably an intentional bomb? We're still not quite sure. By the way, no one can fly over Nashville. They're telling you, they'll shoot your ass down. They will shoot you down. So it's not like they're concerned that maybe the information, the communication between ground and the airplanes is going to be a little bit wonky, so don't fly over, because they're telling you if you drift into this area, we'll fucking shoot you down. Something's going on, and no one's letting us know what the hell is happening, and of course we're being kept in the dark because we're just plebs. Stay scared in your basement, buy some more of that woo-flu nonsense, and don't look around at all these things blowing up. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but in Nebraska, natural gas pipeline exploded. In Baltimore, you got Baltimore Gas and Electric. The building fucking exploded. You've got like 20-something people injured, 9 of them critically injured. No one's talking about this. No one's talking about this. RV bombs going off. This is insane what's happening right now. Is it tied into the election? Is it tied into Donald Trump not conceding? Is it tied into Donald Trump threatening to arrest some motherfuckers? Who knows? The only thing that we do know is none of the reporting is being done at face value. We're not being given accurate information, and when you're not being given accurate information, then you got room to question some stuff. So thank you so much, by the way, Salty Army is Legion, for funding this channel, supporting this channel. We did a live stream last night on Christmas, and we had 25,000 people up in that chat room, and you guys were dropping some mad love on this channel. We're going to take all of that support and turn it into munitions in this digital warfare that we're in, so we can get this information out. Thank you for funding your local incendiary PBS content. We'll give you the information that best we can see that's going on at this point. And again, we got no receipts. I got no proof about what's going on. All I know is we're being lied to. Clearly, we're being lied to. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video. Support channel. If you want to be kept up to date on these lies being pushed out there, hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.
We have more now with Dr. Mark Siegel, a Fox News medical contributor, NYU Langone Health professor and medicine, and the author of the book COVID, The Politics of Fear and the Power of Science. Dr. Siegel, always good to see you and get your perspective. You know, we've heard one of the reasons why this new strain is so concerning is about how fast it can spread. And we know that about COVID-19 too, it seems. So first, how exactly is this different? What can we do about it?
Well, Laura, people out there need to be reassured by the fact that viruses, especially this kind of RNA virus, are always changing, always mutating. And when we hear the word mutation, we get scared and we get worried. But the truth is it's happening all the time. And this particular strain, which has multiple changes, has been around since October in the UK.
Hello, Oreo.
And it has spread
Here
to some neighboring
doing
countries.
laundry.
It's been in Netherlands, it's been in Denmark, it's even gotten as far as Italy and Australia. But it's probably here in the United States. The London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine says that it's about 56% more contagious. But you know what? That's a mathematical model. We don't know for sure. And one thing we don't do enough of is laboratory testing to see about different strains. So that's why I'm glad to see that LA County is doing that right now.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to ask you about your assessment on LA County because, you know, Christina Coleman's report showed some alarming stats there. As we look at the tally on Thursday alone, state officials there saying the rate of acceleration has gone beyond any model and expectation that they've had. So could it be a double whammy of COVID and this new strain? Or what do you think is happening there?
Well, first of all, that's possible. And there was 13,600 new cases Thursday alone, which is exorbitant. But so far, genetic testing hasn't shown that it's that strain. If it were that strain, I again want to reassure people that as these viruses mutate over the course of a pandemic, they tend to become more transmissible, Laura, because they want to survive. If they end up in the host, at a dead-end host, and a person dies, that don't spread. So they tend to become more transmissible, but they also tend to become less virulent, meaning that they're not as deadly, that they don't cause as much severe disease. And there's no evidence with this London strain whatsoever that it makes people sicker. And the same is true with the vaccine. It tends to really be covered by these vaccines.
What are we calling it, Dr. Siegel? I've read that it's B117 and that it has, you know, as you mentioned, the mutations. And the mutations are different, but maybe we shouldn't be alarmed because, as you're saying, that this is something that happens anyway. So first of all, what are we calling it? So when we read it, we know what we're talking about here. And can it be, you know, is the vaccine that we're hearing about here in the United States, the Pfizer, the Moderna, is it going to protect against this?
Well, the name you just gave for it is right. The B117 mutation. It's about 20 mutations that have occurred, but some of them are to that surface protein that we're looking at, the spike protein that we target the vaccine for. But all the vaccine scientists are saying the same thing, Laura. It would take so many changes to that surface protein before it would affect the vaccine. The vaccine is magnificent in that. And I'm talking about the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines specifically, the ones we have out now. They actually go for multiple targets on that protein, causing an enormous, robust immune response. Almost zero chance that it would affect vaccine coverage at this point.
All right. Well, we'll take that. Dr. Mark Siegel, thank you so much for being with us today. As always, great to hear your perspective. See you soon.
Thank you, Laura.
I'm Bill Hemmer. This is Hemmer Time. Eric Erickson, welcome. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You bet. We got a lot to go through here. Listen, the fate of the nation hangs in the balance. Is that too much of a statement?
Definitely the Senate for sure.
Okay, all right. Now, Eric Erickson, host of the radio show Atlanta's Evening News, broadcast WSB Radio out of Atlanta, lives in Macon, Georgia, which is Bibb County, which, you know, Eric, that's right up my alley, by the way, because I study this county stuff. All right?
Right in the heart of the state.
That's what I'm saying. You tell us today, where do these Senate races stand as of now?
I think that what we're seeing as we get through early voting is that Republicans are behind Democrats, as everyone expects would happen, even into the midst of early voting, but they're not nearly as behind as they were in the general election, and that's good. The trend line suggests it's about 60-40, when in the general election it was about a 70-30 split. And 60-40 is right where the Republicans need to be, because historically in Georgia, they always turn out higher on election day than Democrats, regardless of the weather. And that's getting some Republicans very confident. We're seeing tens of thousands of new voters show up who did not participate in the general. And those voters are coming from high-intensity Republican areas, including some of them who have voted in the past in Republican primaries and just sat out this general election. That suggests that they're coming in favor of divided government. In fact, if you look at the exit polling in Georgia from the general election, an overwhelming majority of them favored divided government, and that gives the Republicans some encouragement.
Why was it 70-30 then in the general election?
Because you had the entirety of the Republican Party, from the state party to the president, saying don't do absentee voting, don't do early voting, show up on election day. And there were, I think Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State, notes there were roughly, I want to say it was 25,000 Republicans who voted absentee ballot in the primary and then never showed up in the general election. And a lot of this was the Republicans telling people not to do it, so they listened.
Wow. Okay, so now you've got this dynamic where it's been a couple weeks now. The president's fighting these court battles. We'll see how they all wind out. Has that had an effect on early voting, or can you tell?
Well, my initial reaction was that it was going to, and in fact, there was some polling done in Georgia that showed there was a minority, but significant minority of Republicans who just weren't going to go vote. But the president came down right after the election, towards the end of November. He did a rally with David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, and he made the statement that some of my friends say they're not going to go vote because what happened in the presidential election. Said the solution here is not to go vote, but to go vote and go vote in large numbers. David Perdue quickly turned that into an advertisement that has been blasted all over the state. And the president and the vice president showing up have really, really helped. In fact, voters in Georgia who are Republicans have been getting mail pieces, myself included, in the mail with a picture of smiling and waving Mike Pence with, here's the website to go to get your absentee ballot. Go do it right now.
Wow. It seems like they've learned a lesson.
Yeah, I think so. It was madness for the GOP to publicly be telling voters in Georgia not to do absentee ballots, because historically the Republicans dominate the absentee ballot game in Georgia. This is the first year in a while that Democrats outpaced Republicans on absentee balloting in Georgia, and it had a lot to do with a concerted effort from the state party to the national party saying, go vote on election day, don't do absentee.
Mm-hmm. Help us understand. Stacey Abrams gets a lot of attention. She ran for statewide office. She lost narrowly, but she lost. What has she done on the Democratic Party side? What has she done well? Is she getting a fair amount of credit or too much credit, in your view, Eric?
You know, listen, I like Stacey Abrams. I having the evening news program in Atlanta, I interviewed every single candidate, Republican and Democrat, who ran for governor in 2018. She was one of the best interviews. Very personable, very self-deprecating. I think she kind of let the election go to her head a little bit. She's not quite as self-deprecating as she had been. I actually think she's a little bit overrated. And I can give you this anecdotally. Her team, Fair Fight Georgia and the like, in the run-up to the 2018 gubernatorial election in Georgia, registered 998,000 people to vote. Less than 100,000 of those people actually showed up to vote in 2018. And again, like they say with the markets, the past is not an indicator of the future. With voters, the past is an indicator of the future. And if you're 45 and you've never voted and they finally register you to vote, the odds are you're still not going to go vote. And they made an inordinate amount of hay over the number of people they registered and have never really talked about how few of them actually showed up. And if you actually look at the voter rolls in Georgia, there are about 11,000 people currently as considered pending voters in Georgia that her organization registered to vote. And the reason they're pending voters is because they got information wrong. Either their address doesn't match what's on record or their social security number doesn't. And if they aren't corrected by next year, they'll be wiped off the voter rolls altogether.
Mm. They talk about the case in Florida from 20 years ago. They make an example out of Florida because they reformed their election rules, right? And, they kick out a winner early on the night. Texas, I think, is similar. You can make the case. You wonder if Georgia is now in that progression. Do you think it is?
I think they're going to have to. One of the things that Florida does well, and what the president's team didn't object to, is Florida counted and secured all of their absentee ballots before Election Day. In Georgia, they processed the signatures. This is one of the mythologies that has come up on the Republican side, that the signatures weren't matched. They actually were. They were matched before the election, but they didn't actually open the envelopes and pull out the ballots and start counting them until Election Day, which dragged out the process for several days.
Okay. In Georgia, do you have a system like in Pennsylvania where you have a ballot on the inside and an envelope on the outside and they got to match up? Is that how Georgia does it?
Yeah, so the way Georgia does signature verification is all of your voter registration cards and driver's licenses are scanned, and their pictures are put into a Georgia Bureau of Investigation database. So what happens is when the envelope comes back, the outer envelope has to be signed by the voter. It is matched first to the absentee ballot application to make sure they match, and then it's looked at the Georgia Bureau of Investigation database, and it has to match the.
Everything in life that God gives you is a blessing. It's either provision or it's extra. Either way, it's a blessing from God. He didn't have to do that. He does it because he loves you. The thing is, what God gives you, the enemy wants to steal it, kill it, or destroy it. That's what he does. He still kills and destroys.
Small businesses are calling for a new law to stand down workers without pay if they refuse to get vaccinated for COVID-19. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is set to be rolled out across Australia in March, free of charge. Business owners fear employees won't come to work if their co-workers haven't received the jab. Industrial Relations Minister Christian Porter says a number of issues are yet to be discussed.
He'll be followed by FBI Special Agent in Charge Doug Korneski, Korneski, and then Mickey French, Mickey French, the Special Agent in charge of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, will speak. We'll take some questions for those folks, and then afterwards, Mayor John Cooper will have some words. So that's where we are. We'll try to start at the top of the hour as best we can in about 12 minutes. All right? Can you go through those spellings one more time? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yep. The first name, Don Cochran, Cochran. He's the United States. There's no. Yes, ma'am. The next name's John Drake, Drake, Metro Nashville Police Chief.
This 80 days of hell you speak of, what does that entail? Just so I can mentally prepare myself.
79 days of
79 days of hell.
We're talking 79 days without Joe Rogan.
Well, here we go.
We have more now with Dr. Mark Siegel, a Fox News medical contributor, NYU Langone.
I'm Bill Hemmer. This is
Everything in life that God.
Small businesses are calling for a new law to stand down workers without pay if they refuse to get vaccinated for COVID-19. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is set to be rolled out across Australia in March, free of charge. Business owners fear employees won't come to work if their co-workers haven't received the jab. Industrial Relations Minister Christian Porter says a number of issues are yet to be discussed.
He'll be followed by FBI Special Agent in Charge Doug Korneski, Korneski, and then Mickey French.
He just messed up.